Welcome to Exceptional Americanism. I'm Mac, and I'm here to walk with you through a journey of becoming a more exceptional American. You see, there's a group called the elites, and they may not be who you think they are. It has nothing to do with education. It has nothing to do with whether they lived a middle class lifestyle or what have you, which coast they live on. It has to do with an elite is someone who either has power or money that they use to take more power or money at our expense and without our permission. Now, I'm sure you've come across somebody like that in your life. In fact, you've probably voted for a few of them, although not all of them are in political office. They love to convince you that you can't understand how things work. You can't read a bill. You can't make any decent suggestions. Go back, work in their factory, or cook their fries, or whatever else it is, and be a good little boy or girl. They'll get around to listening to you when you have a valid point, which will be the 12th of never. Well, they're completely wrong. You know, when the Continental Congress was coming up with our form of government at the Constitutional Convention, they, on their way out one day, a woman asked Benjamin Franklin, "What form of government have you given us, sir?" He responded with, "A republic, madam, if you can keep it." He wasn't concerned about the documents going away, the paper, the ink. He was concerned about us going away, about us not being involved, about us not having the influence and the power that we should have on the electorate. We were far from a perfect country then, and we're far from a perfect country now. And 1,000 years ago, if we're still here, we'll be a far from perfect country. But we can be better. But we will only be better if we stay involved. Individually, that politician that told you that you needed to go play, that you couldn't do anything, they're not entirely wrong. That's because our power doesn't lie individually. We don't have billions of dollars at our disposal or command of troops or anything like that. But we have power they're afraid of. Because collectively, if enough of this happens and enough of us get tired of it and turn on enough of them at once, they cannot stop us. Violence is never the answer. In fact, it's an indication of no answer. But we can destroy them at the ballot box. We should discuss who's doing what. Is this person trying to do the people's business? Or is their only goal a new Fox News or CNN hit? Because if that's their only goal, they're not doing our business. At the end of the day, we all want the same things for our families, our friends, and our neighbors. We just don't know we do. One of the things we're going to do is discuss this more in depth as this cast goes on. We're going to do 4-part arcs discussing details on things like immigration and law and the rule of law and so on. And the reason we're going to break it up that way is because we want to examine how we feel about those things. What's actually at the root of how we feel about those things. How they can actually be addressed. And how you and I can make a difference there. At the end of the day, what matters is all this is in that Constitution. And all this is in you. We have the power. Shall we choose to use it? We have the opportunity. We have the influence. The only reason that the corporatist billionaires get to decide if we get clean air and water is because we're not deciding it. The only reason they get to influence tax laws, the only reason they get to decide that they get runaway mergers and lay off as many people as possible or whatever, is because we're not deciding it. We are a group. You do belong. No, you don't have to wear a certain hat. You don't have to carry a certain sign because you're already part of that group. Voters, citizens, residents. Because in 3 different layers, we all have influence. They should be serving us, and we should be restraining them. Anyway, this is an intro to my channel. I will have more as the time goes on. For now, if you like this, it made sense to you, like and subscribe. If you know anyone out there, brother, sister, neighbor, friend, cousin, coworker, whoever, that you know wants the best for their family, for your family, and for their community, and share. We won't tolerate violence, and we won't tolerate discrimination for or against. What we will do is become empowered and end the rule of the elite without ending their existence. This is Mac, and we believe the people are our power.